Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I thought I would come back with a video introducing you to at least some of my little rats. This one is my albino. His name is Lestat. He does not know his name because I have another white rat. And other than their temperaments when I hold them and their behaviour, I can't. Buddy, I'm trying to show your beautiful red eyes. I'm trying to show your beautiful red eyes to the people. To the peoples. Other than the that hurts a little bit, you've got sharp claws. Other than their behaviour when I hold them and some of their behaviour inside the cage, I can't see a difference in them. So this one is Lestat. So he will be crawling around, so if I'm like moving and things, that's why. He is on my lap. Hold on, let me see. They don't like being held up. I think they might have a little bit of vertigo. This is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure you don't like that, do you? You don't like that, do you? So obviously the rest of them in the background. I don't know exactly how old any of them are, but he is about a year or just under a year. Or just over a year. It's about a year. And as far as I know, as some of you might know, oh sorry baby, I'm sorry, but you're clawing my neck and that hurts. That hurts. As far as I know, he was a feeder rat who the previous owner thought that she was saving him by adopting him from pets at home, when obviously in reality that's not quite the case. So he was going to be a feeder rat, I think. So he doesn't have the best genetics, but he is a little sweetheart. He's the one who will stay still the most when you hold him. And he does his little teeth chattering thing and the boggly eyes a lot, and has done since the day I got him. He was the rats. The others, I wasn't 100% sure, but then I held him and I was like, no, you are coming home. You are coming home with me. I'm gonna pop him back soon because they have to poop about every 7 minutes. And I've had him out for actually I think longer than that. But he's pretty good. He doesn't tend to go to the bathroom on me unless I have him out for hours and hours, at which point you don't really have a choice, do you, buddy? They are all quite big, and some of them are on the rotund side. But the youngest one is on the skinny side, so I don't really know what to do with that information. Obviously, I'm overfeeding them, but also one of them isn't getting enough food. So that doesn't make sense, does it? That doesn't make sense. You guys are bullies. You guys are bullies. Well, you're not. So yeah, none of the boys are neutered. And they're all in good health as far as I know. There's no funny stories about this one. He's just chill. He's lovely, aren't you? Yeah, my favourite. Yeah. He's stayed still this entire time, basically. Try and show you to the people again. He's quite a big rat. All my boys are quite big. Well, except for Molly. Okay, message received. Right, I'm gonna pop him back now and get another one out. There you go, baby. Right, let's grab the other white rat out. This guy does not like being held, do you, buddy? This is Isaiah, and I'm only gonna have him out for a couple of seconds because he does not like being held. As you can already tell, he's significantly more. Oh, okay, maybe he does like being held. Maybe I have them the wrong way around. He is skinnier than the other one. But yeah, I can't tell these two rats apart. So if this guy has red eyes, then this is a stat. But he is. I think he is definitely Isaiah. Yeah, that's Isaiah. He is going back in the cage. So as I said, he does not like being held. Move that away. The first day I think I got them, I let them out the cage to have a bit of a wander, and he is the reason that they're not allowed out for a wander anymore, because he ran behind all of my furniture and we couldn't get him out for ages. He is the bully of the group. He is also the most inquisitive, I think. Well, no, that's a lie. He doesn't get FOMO like Carlisle does, who I will grab out in a minute. But he tends to go to the toys first, or if not first, very soon after Carlisle, and he's usually the one who figures out what to do with them, and then will keep up using them. Like, he's the one who uses the wheel the most. Actually, at all. The others don't really use it. So that's basically Isaiah. They are all named after vampires. Lestat was obviously Interview of a Vampire. Isaiah is the Vampire Academy. Holy moly. Come out a bit. Come out a bit. Come out a bit. Am I just gonna have to grab you? You're faster than me. Come on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get this one out. He isn't particularly handleable. Should we do you then? Should we do you, Mr. Brutey? My little brute. My little brute. Yeah, my little brute. This is Carlisle. He is the brute. He gets FOMO. He is always willing to come out, always ready to say hello. He is almost always sat in the cage when I wake up waiting for me, or when I get back anywhere. He always runs up to say hello. And he definitely gets FOMO, don't you, buddy? 100%. They are getting a little bit slimmer. So yeah, this one is Carlisle, or sometimes Gainsborough if he's being particularly brutey. I have just had him out, so I don't know why he's being so inquisitive about me. It might be from the other two. He he does enjoy being handled, not like Isaiah, but he's a lot more wriggly, unlike Lestat. I was told he is the oldest of the group, and he was one when I got him. The woman who I got them from, she only knew his age and the youngest one's age. She didn't know the others' exact ages. So I do believe he is the eldest. And from the back, he looks so white, and then like the front of him, oh, he is. Yeah, he's my buddy, aren't you? Yeah, you're my buddy. Yeah. Lestat is my favourite to hold, but interaction-wise, you were the most interactive, and you are also the one who tends to shit on me the most. So should we pop you back? Should we pop you back and see if we can entice Molly? Good boy. This is good. You pop then. Where's Rolly Molly gone? Where's Rolly Molly? Maybe I should have done Rolly Molly earlier. Where's Molly? Go get Molly. Get your face back in there. Get your face back in there. I'm not sure actually what that might be in there. Yeah, I think that's Come on. Carlisle, get out of the way, bud. Oh, he's just gone downstairs. Okay, might not be able to see Molly. He is so small and also very, very skittish. I have held him once, and he escaped. When I was cleaning them, he escaped. Actually, you might not have been able to hear me then. He did escape. He escaped out of the bath. I don't know how they got out of the bath. I think he ran up one of the others. I'm just going to keep an eye out to see if he comes close to the door. I don't like to get them out from the bottom level of the cage. I prefer to do it from the top. So then, as part of like their training, I do a particular noise when I want them to come to me, and that's where I want them to go. That's the easiest. That's where I can see them the best. Where they're least likely to get hurt. If I need to get them out and they're wriggling, that's just the best place for them to be picked up from. So yeah, Molly is also the hardest for me to see because he is so small, and he's like a blacky brownie colour. That usually is Carlisle moving about with big kind of noises. But yeah, Molly escaped and we had to get him back. Thankfully we did get him back. But yeah, he is still. When I first got him, he was very, very timid around me. Lately, he's been a lot more. He's been a lot more interested in seeing me. How do I? He is a Dumbo. Here he is. He is not enjoying this, so I'm gonna pop him back. But yeah, ow. He's not biting though. But yeah, that's Molly. I don't know how well you guys saw him, but that is Molly. He pissed on me a little bit, I think. Or one of them did. Ew. Okay. I'm just gonna take this off and grab a wipe. I'm not too bothered about them pissing on me. I just don't like it when it's wet and then it gets everywhere. She says. So that is Molly. He escapes. He's a little Houdini. He was 8 months when I got him, and that was November. So 8, 9, 10. He's about 11 months. Not even a year yet. He's a Dumbo. And I don't know where he came from. Oh, I didn't keep up with where everybody else was from. So, Carlisle, he was apparently a rescue rat. She got him from someone who was getting rid of him, and he was kept alone for quite a long time. And then Isaiah was a feeder rat, and I believe that Molly was bought from Pets at Home as well. But with him being a Dumbo, I don't know if he was supposed to be a feeder rat or what, because they are fancy rats. So I don't know if he would have been a feeder or if he was just there for sale. The house that they have now, the home, as you can see here behind me, is pretty big. I'll stand up next. I don't know if you'll be able to see me and it at the same time, but this is me, and it's going up to here. I don't know why I'm tapping it. So it's about, I'd say it's about 5 feet maybe ish tall. So they have plenty of room now, but the cage that they were in before was an old hamster cage, which really was not appropriate for them in the slightest, and they had very little stimulation, and there was all 4 of them in there. So when they got this cage, I think they still absolutely love having all of the space. There's not many toys and things up for them. There's some things that I've made, but they don't, I think they were so understimulated from such a young age that they just don't understand what to do with toys. Like I said, Isaiah is the only one who uses the wheel, or the only one that I have seen use the wheel. I haven't seen any of the others use the wheel. As far as like the food toys that I've put up, they've been up for a little while. They've got one of them, but they haven't been very interested in them, except for I put up like a box with some of their food in it, and I like tied that up with ribbon. They don't really chew ribbon either, I found that. They love their hammock though. They didn't have a hammock before. They had, I don't know if you guys can see the tunnel. They had that tunnel in their previous home. But yeah, they were very, very understimulated and cramped, and I don't think they were handled very often. Originally, all of them, except for Molly is never nipped. He also had a vampire name, by the way, which was Damon, but he's like a little mole, so he's Molly. Molly. So, what was I saying before I got distracted? Yeah, I think that, with the nipping, yeah, they all nipped, but none of them do anymore, except for Molly. None of them nip anymore. But yeah, I don't think they were handled very much. I think Lestat may have been, because of how much he seems to enjoy my company. as in when I am holding him. Like, I've had him out for hours at a time and he's just been chilling. I think Carlisle has been, but I think part of that is also his personality. He definitely gets FOMO and he just is so curious about what's going on all the time, which is really, really sweet. He does know his name, by the way, and Molly is starting to learn his name, but I couldn't name train him before because he wouldn't come close to me at all. But he's starting to learn his name, but the other two I can't really teach their names. I did a bit of training with Lestat, but I couldn't really keep up with it because I'm never completely sure which one's which unless I have them out of the cage. And for the name training, you need them to come to you, and then you give them the treat. And I couldn't have him sort of loose in my room after the Isaiah situation where he escaped. And I couldn't really do it in like the bath, which is the other area where they kind of free roam, because I can't actually see him very well, because he's white and the bath is white, so I can't see him particularly well. Well, they're all a bit newspaper stained, which doesn't hurt them, by the way. They're completely fine. It's just because that's their bedding that I use, which they just like to screw up, and I'm amazed sometimes how quickly they pull it up. I'm like, I just put that down and you have a whole box of things to rip up and you've chosen the bedding. Thanks, boys. That's great. But yeah, they are loving life at the minute. They weren't very vocal when I first got them either. Now they're constantly talking, just making little squeaks, and they squeak at me as well, which I think is really, really cute. And Carlisle and he's started doing it recently, but Lestat from the beginning does the bubbling and the teeth chattering when I'm holding him, which is just the cutest thing. So yeah, that is all of the rats. I am thinking about getting some babies towards the end of the year because I've just realised like how much younger Molly is in rat years. Also, I got a new piercing. I'll probably do a video about my piercings at some point. Yeah, I realised how much younger Molly is versus Carlisle in rat terms. Obviously, it's only like a few months, give or take, in our terms, but with, I think, Carlisle, Lestat, and Isaiah being much closer in age than any of them are to Molly, and with them all having bad breeding, I kind of worry that, you know, the sort of life expectancy for rats is 2 or 3 years, and some of them are turning 2 this year, so I'm not really expecting to have them that long, which is just the sad reality of owning animals that have a short lifespan. But I don't want Molly to be in a situation where they all die one after another really quickly, if that happens, and then he's left. So I'm thinking about getting some babies towards the end of the year, but obviously I'll have to get 2. So I'm gonna need names for them as well. I don't know if I'm gonna keep with the vampire theme or if I want a new theme. I might do like other rodents. Have like Molly, and I could have one called Rabbit, Molly, Rabbit, and Hare, or what the slinky creature's called. I just keep thinking Niffler, but I could call one Niffler. That would be cute. Ferret, that's what I'm thinking of. I could have Rabbit, Ferret, and Molly. Molly, yeah, that's kind of cute. Maybe if I can the ends of the others, they can go together a bit better. But yeah, that is the rats. I can now handle all of them and they rarely nip anymore. But yeah, as you saw, Molly doesn't enjoy it and Isaiah doesn't really enjoy it. So at this point with Molly, I don't want to break his trust, so I'm not pushing him too far. But I am trying to handle him a little bit, but only when he comes to the bars. That's true of all of them. If they don't come once I've called them, with the sound that I make, or if they're not already at the bars, which Lestat sometimes is and Carlisle always is, then I don't get them out. That's where they go if they want to interact with me. I feel like they know that, and if they don't want to, that's completely fine. I don't want to force them into any of it. With the babies, I will definitely be handling them a lot more, but with these guys being mature rats, some of them being possibly middle-aged, I don't want to force them into anything. They've already been living their lives, and yeah, so I don't really want to force them into anything they're not interested in. They've got their, their little system going, and whilst your animals are there to enrich your life, you're also there to enrich theirs. So I don't want to be forcing them into something they're not okay with. So yeah, that is the ratties. I could have filmed this video a very long time ago, but I just didn't. So yeah, that is all the rats. And also, sorry about the angle. For me to sit up straight, I would be here, but then with the rats, I had to be like angled slightly so that they could get purchased. So I didn't want to be like half the video over here and then half the video up here. So yeah, that's the rats basically. They are awesome. They are so, oh hiccup. They are so cute and so inquisitive, and they are just, yeah. I learn new things about them every single day, and I love that, and I love how much their personalities are coming through. So yeah, catch you in the next one.